Hey, Bert. Hey, Bert. Come here, Bert.
Where are you, Ernie?
Oh, I'm right here in my bathtub.
I see. Okay, Ernie, what is it now?
What is it now?
Oh, no.
I am here in my tubby, Bert.
Yeah?
And that means I'm going to wash myself.
Oh,
So
no.
what do you need me for?
What a silly question. I'm going to wash myself, and while I do, you're going to pretend you're washing yourself.
I am?
See, this never came across
That's
as
what all
gay
the
to
boys
me.
and girls
None of
listening to the
this.
record are going to do.
Ah.
Are you ready, Bert?
Look, no, Ernie. Well, you see, I don't really...
Good. And are all you kids ready?
Oh, no, don't bring the kids into this. Please don't bring the kids
Okay,
into this.
everybody wash.
Everybody wash? It's the Spencer Hughes
Everybody wash
podcast
your hands.
and adventures. Everybody wash. I hope
Everybody
Ernie's
wash
using
your
the Brio
face.
back and body scrubber. Available now, $3 off the already discounted price
Everybody wash your
by using
ears.
promo code Spencer, SPENCER, at brioscrub.com. They come in different colors. They last seemingly forever. I think they're made from stuff not of this earth.
Yep, you do it.
Can't be from this earth,
Everybody wash your
because I've had mine for like 2 years and it just isn't coming apart. Just isn't coming apart. Exfoliate to radiant skin, my friends, with the Brio back and body scrubber. It's a U.S. veteran-owned business.
Okay.
Please order yours today, or multiple ones,
Your thumbs.
at brioscrub.com, brioscrub.com.
Here comes big toe.
Now, there's look, this is a story that just seems to have a new life like all the time, and it has to do with Bert and Ernie from Sesame Street. And apparently one of the writers, one of the people who wrote the characters in many, many episodes and things like that, pretty much stated that they're a gay couple. Right? This was all over the Twitter sphere today. People have been speculating for years, because I guess they have nothing better to do than to speculate whether two Muppets on Sesame Street are more than just roommates. Are they more than just best friends? Well, the debate gained new life today when Mark Saltzman, a writer on Sesame Street, from the time I was about 13 years old in 1984 to 1998, spoke to an LGBT magazine, I guess, Queerty, and gave an interview where he revealed that he always thought of the characters as a loving couple. Saltzman was asked by the outlet directly if the characters were gay, and he recalled reading about a child asking his mother that question. Saltzman, a gay man, said the story made him laugh. I always felt that without a huge agenda when I was writing Bert and Ernie that they were. He revealed, noting that he drew inspiration from his own relationship to film editor Arnold Glassman. I didn't have any other way to contextualize them. The other thing was more than one person referred to Arnie and I as Bert and Ernie. He continued, because how else? That's what I had in my life, a Bert and Ernie relationship. How could it not permeate? The things that would tick off Ernie would be the things that would tick off Bert. How could it not? I will say that I would never have said to the head writer, oh, I'm writing this. This is my partner and me. Now, Saltzman wrote for Sesame Street for many years. It's worth noting that he did not create the characters. He didn't create them. So he can't say that they're gay. He merely wrote for them and several other characters in his long career. Well, guess what? Sesame Street shortly thereafter, because this guy went on the Twitter sphere and went on social media and said this, and Sesame Street Workshop, the Sesame Street Workshop, which runs the children's show, released a tweet explaining that the characters are meant to be without any sexual orientation whatsoever, which is the way it should be. Muppets don't have, I mean, come on, we don't even know if they have sex organs or not. How could Muppets be homosexual? How can Muppets be heterosexual? It's crazy. So this is what Sesame Workshop tweeted today. As we have always said, Bert and Ernie are best friends. They were created to teach preschoolers that people can be good friends with those who are very different from themselves. Even though they are identified as male characters and possess many human traits and characteristics, as most Sesame Street Muppets do, they remain puppets and do not have sexual orientation. Did not have sexual orientation with that Muppet. The show is still on the air. It debuted in 1969 as a result of its long run, according to FoxNews.com. Saltzman is hardly the first to address the idea that Bert and Ernie are a gay couple. But the tweets from Sesame Street Workshop today confirms that the answer to whether they are gay or straight is a resounding, neither. Neither. Why do they have to be politicizing all this stuff? It's a kid's show. They're Muppets, for goodness sakes. I think one of the worst things they ever did, they had a Muppet with AIDS. They had a Muppet in a wheelchair. They had a Muppet in this. They make all this stuff. They're Muppets. They're Muppets. How does a Muppet get in a wheelchair? I mean, they're made out of foam. What happens? They don't have any bones. They don't have any nerves. They don't have any paralysis. They're Muppets made out of foam. And there's a Muppet in a wheelchair. There's a Muppet with AIDS. There's a Muppet this. Then they came out with Rosita, I think, who's a Hispanic Muppet. How are Muppets Hispanic? I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, my father's fourth-generation Mexican. I mean, could it be that I could have ended up a Muppet baby? Maybe I would have been a Muppet Mexican. Can you believe this? This is the kind of insanity that is just poisoning the well of common sense. Stop it already. Let kids be kids. Stop trying to figure out whether Bert and Ernie are gay or not. You know what? It's interesting to me that the LBGT activists, many of them, were praising this story. And look, they try to politicize it. Listen to this one from somebody I've never, ever heard of. I'm not even going to say his name because I have no idea who it is. So here's the tweet. Ex-Sesame Street writer claims Bert and Ernie are gay. Right-wingers are freaking out about the bad example this supposedly sets for kids while continuing to enable the worst role model to ever sit in the Oval Office. Oh, my goodness. Can you believe this? They bring Trump into it. Yes, they bring Trump into it. I don't know how Trump has anything to do with the Bert and Ernie story. I'll read it again. Ex-Sesame Street writer claims Bert and Ernie are gay. Right-wingers are freaking out about the bad example this supposedly sets for kids. I haven't heard any right-wingers talking about this. While continuing to enable the worst role model to ever sit in the Oval Office. A bash at Trump. Unbelievable. I'm Spencer Hughes. Thanks a lot for listening to this podcast. If you would like more podcasts from me, more content, including video as well, I invite you to join the Podcast in Adventures over at Patreon, patreon.com/Spencer Hughes. Please join me there, my friends, for daily commentary, daily insight, daily comedy, daily seriousness, daily all sorts of stuff. Every day, 7 days a week, starting for as little as $1 a month. All right? Starting for as little as $1 a month. And that's going to do it for this podcast. More over at Patreon. If you join today, you have like a year's worth of the archives that'll open up for you. They will open up for you because I've been around for a year on that podcast. And whatever tier you're on, when you join, every single piece of content that I have ever uploaded for your tier, whether it's $1, $2, $3, I have people that sign up for $1 a month and $100 a month and everything in between pretty much. Then you'll unlock everything else before. All right? I'm out of here. Come over to Patreon and have some more fun with me.
I wash my hands whenever I eat. And in the bath, I wash my ears, my elbows, and feet.